You know, as teachers, we have a ton of things we really, really want to say, and we just bite our tongues. And I know we do because I bite my tongue all the time, like probably to the point of nearly biting it off. Because there's always those parents or those students that just push that last button. So today we're going to chat about it. I have compiled a list of the things that teachers wish they could say and haven't said, and they are anonymous. So let's dive in. All right, now we're in business. So this episode is all about what we really want to say to you, to not necessarily you, but to just period, just things we want to say. It is not my job to tell you every time your child is late or missing an assignment. Just check Google Classroom. This is true. This is so true. We want to say it all the time. I don't say the first part. I usually don't say like, it's just not my job. But do I feel like, yeah, it's not my job? I do, because it is literally not my job. So yes, I have wanted to say this a lot of times. I didn't. Good kudos to me, but I didn't. But yeah, it's not our job. So parents, check Google Classroom, Canvas, whatever it is that the portal, parent portal, I don't know, whatever your district uses, wherever your child's grades are in, I guarantee you that that teacher has dropped those zeros and it'll let you know that those assignments are missing. So please stop calling us. Okay, next. Your kid can't even talk. It's nighttime. Your kid acts like a butthole because you act like a butthole. Yeah. Like the fruit doesn't fall from the tree. Is that the term? No, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Whatever. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. They act like you. That's all you need to know. They act just like you teach them to act. They act just like you allow them to act at home. So if the teacher is telling you like, yeah, little Susan or little, Peter's behavior is like absolute trash, look within. Let's do some self-reflection. You might be the source of said problem. Love you. Your student is average at best. Let that be okay. Okay, so I'm not going to say 100% agree with this, but let's just be real. Like if we say a C is average, like everybody can't be, a supermodel. Everybody is not going to be a star athlete. Same thing in school. Like every single student's not going to make straight A's. So I think we just have to be realistic about our students' abilities. I mean, even as a parent, that's something that I struggle with because of course I want my kids to make straight A's, but do they always do that? No, just like they don't always make good choices. We just have to know our kids' limitations. So I think what this teacher is really getting to is stop pushing so hard and then stop looking at me to like fix the grades to like appease you because they're not real. Like they're just not real. Let's just, it's okay. And that part's fine. Your kid is not being singled out because I don't like them. They are being singled out because they are the worst behaved kid in class. Okay, so there is always that one kid. 100% agree with this statement. I don't know. Would I say this to, no, I wouldn't say this to a parent. Would I want to? Absolutely. I feel like when we say like, so kids love to be like, oh, they're picking on me. Teacher's picking on me. Well, they just don't like me. No, we don't dislike you. We just don't like your disrespectful behavior. And like, no teacher does. So let's not do that. Like change the narrative. Come in, do what you got asked to do without causing, a shitstorm of problems. Probably would be good with that. So yeah, it's you, but it's not you. Your students' education matters, even in middle school. If they don't learn the basics now, they will undoubtedly struggle later. Okay, as a middle school teacher, this one hits home. Absolutely. So a lot of parents tend to think that like, oh, it's just middle school. It's not a big deal. No, it is. Like all the foundational stuff kind of culminates from elementary to middle school. And then we like continue to build and like really start to do a lot more deeper thinking. It's just a big deal. So yeah, it's important because if you want them to be successful in high school, like you start those habits in elementary and middle school. So if you don't think it matters now, like you're not going to magically flip a switch and make it count. So you have to be more thoughtful than that. So yeah, I think this is something I wish that parents just inherently understood. I don't think they do, but I also think that there are teachers that probably don't, that would disagree with this statement rather. So, it is what it is. I can see why your child is having a hard time. Have you tried applying yourself as a parent? This is a dig. So I didn't read all of them, but this is a dig. I disagree. I'm gonna do like my son does. Do I disagree? No, I don't think I disagree. I can see why. If you're listen, it's hard being a parent. I get it. It is a super, super difficult job. It's also very hard being a teacher. And I am both a parent and a teacher. I could totally I understand. It's not a fun job. You know what I mean? It's just not a fun job. But it may not be a fun job, but yeah, as a parent, like you got to show up. There's just certain things you just have to do in order for your child to be successful, and more power to you. That's all I got. The phone you bought your kid is not for safety. It is, in fact, a distraction, and we both know it. Yes, we have talked, like, as y'all know, I'm part of the Real Teachers of Atlanta, and we talk ad nauseum regarding students' cell phones and how unnecessary they are in the classroom. Now, I will admit that both of my kids have cell phones and take them to school, and I will text them during the daytime. Guilty as charged. But yeah, the phone you bought your kid is not necessarily for safety, and we both know it. Like, just don't use that lame excuse. Like, just say, yeah, I bought them a phone because I wanted to buy them a phone. And, like, that's okay. I don't think that as a parent, you have to justify why you bought your student anything. I do think that you need to teach them boundaries and respect for the devices and how to be safe with their phone. And also to understand that, hey, during class time, when you're supposed to be learning, during like instructional time and educational time, is not the time to be on your phone playing video games, because that is what then causes a problem. But just don't lie. Like, you don't have to lie. Just say you bought it. Like, it's really, they're so commonplace now. Like, we don't really care. We care. We don't care. We don't care that you bought it. We do care that you didn't teach them how to use it or how to be safe with it, because that part is your job. That's not my job. Anyways, moving on. Your child is not any more special than the other kids in class, period. So true. So true. Like, okay, those parents that like make up issues or make up like, well, my kid was riding his bicycle at the age of 2. Like, that's fine. I just don't care though. My kid has been doing math problems since they were 6 months old. I also don't care. They were holding their head up as a newborn, so I know they're exceptional. That's wonderful. Like, those are all great things. I'm so happy for that for you. I don't care. There's 35 kids in this room. I'm not concerned about how special you think your child is. Like, I think both of my kids are exceptional. They're wonderful, marvelous kids. At the end of the day, does anyone care? No. No, you don't have to explain to us why they're special to you. We already know that. They're your kids. They're going to inherently be special to you, but understand that when they get into my classroom, they're all special equally. There's it's just is what it is. Like, I'm not bending over backwards to accommodate your kid because they crawled at 6 days old. You know what I'm saying? Like, move past it. It's a big congrats. But again, now that we're in middle school, no one cares. The class does so much better when your kid is absent. Yo, every teacher every teacher has had a student or has a student current day that if that kid doesn't come to school, literally school is freaking great. Like, the teacher has a good day. All the students have a good day. Like, the whole school is fine because your kid is not here. And if that is your kid, I'm so sorry, but there's some things you might want to work on. But yeah, I feel that. I only need to put up with your kid, misspelling, but I only need to put up with your kid for 9 months. They are yours forever. Absolutely. I think sometimes, and I'll say this as a parent, I feel like, hey, I look at everything from both sides, right? However, if this is true, your kids are yours even when they're ours, right? As a teacher. And it is just, that's the reality. So yes, when they're mine, but they are yours 100% of the time. I get them for one school year. I get to do what I can do for one school year. And we understand they're just not our kids. Like, I might say they're mine, but you're the one that can check them out. I can't. So you're going to have to like put on that hat of parental responsibility and own that joker, because you got it. Okay. Stop looking at me. Oh my, your kid is a liar. That's it. Period. Oh God. Period poo. If I'm telling you that your kid has, like, okay, for example, I had a kid a couple years ago, still a staple off my desk. The fact that I still remember this really burns me up, but that's just speaks to like how pissed off I was. So the fact that your kid stole something off my desk and then I told the student like, hey, give it back, give it back, give it back. And then they still refused. And then like a couple days later, they just whipped it out of their book bag and handed it back to me. And I called home and I was like, yo, like your kid stole my, like, yo, your kid stole my stapler. Like, it's a problem. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. No, because they said they didn't. Like, your kid pulled my stapler out their book bag 2 days later. 40 hours later, stapler's in the book bag. Come on. Y'all, your kids lie. Kids lie. Hell, grown people lie. Let's not act like, let's just not pretend like this is not reality. Because the shit happens on a regular basis. Your kid's a liar. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. And I just feel like, you know, as a parent, you just got to get over that. And that culminates the first installment, I guess, of like, hey, the stuff I wish I was telling you as a teacher, but I can't because, you know, that'd be a problem. But if you liked my little quirky episode, please hit the share button, subscribe. Also, check us out at the Real Teachers of Atlanta. I will surely and undoubtedly link a video here for you to enjoy. Thank you so much for your time. I'm Miss Rhodes Math. Have a great day.